Hey guys, we officially have information on the next fusion, and by the time we get the information, immediately we also have the fusion right now, which is kind of crazy. As you can see, it is indeed Donatello as part of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle event. We got a ton of different legendaries, all seemingly very strong, and Donatello is probably the one I wanted the most, and Donatello is in fact the one that is given as the fusion, so he is free. You do have to grind for him, but how good is he really, and is he worth your time? But I'm gonna go over why that is. And these fusions are always a big time commitment. They always take a long time and a lot of resources. So if you skip them, I understand, but just know that we are also getting a free Michelangelo from the chase, and these champions work very well with each other. So the more of them that you can get, the better. So Donatello is part of the Lizardman faction. Personally, I have Teox, which if you guys saw a video where I pulled him from the prison pool, Teox has been the biggest carry for me, so I am 100% going for any Lizardman champion in the future, like a Donatello. So I'm all in on this event personally, but are you guys going to want to go for him? If you want to get one of the best starts in Raid Shadow Legends, use the link in my description below to get a free legendary champion, Narma the Returned, as well as 3 amazing epic champions as you level up. Now, the way that you're going to do this is you're going to log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Then you're going to click the link in the description, register with a brand new email. Then you're going to launch Raid, complete the tutorial, and as you go to your inbox, you are going to be able to claim your first legendary champion. Next, you're going to get Anax, Uugo, and Mausoleum Mage as you level up. Please don't let this insane offer pass you by and click on my link now to get the start that you deserve. Well, he is a support champion from the Lizardman faction, as you can see, part of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle event. Stat-wise, he is quite fast, actually having a very high base speed, solid HP stats, which is good. And then going into the kit, we could see, first of all, a 30% ally HP in all battles, which is pretty decent as an aura. And then going into the kit, the A1 is attack an enemy, scaling off of HP, heals all allies by 5%, 15% when skilled, of this champion's max HP. Instantly activates 1 random continuous heal buff on all allies, which is good because he puts out continuous heals. Then we get to a very, very interesting ability. Now, keep in mind, this is a champion that we can all reliably get as long as we dedicate the time and the resources. So you have to keep that in mind because the A2 is a resetting ability. 4-turn cooldown, attack all enemies, scaling off of HP, decreases the cooldown of all ally skills except this champion's by 2 turns. This skill's cooldown cannot be decreased by other cooldown decreasing effects. Places 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. First of all, increased speed is one of the most important buffs in the entire game, and reducing cooldowns is also one of the strongest things in the game. For context, going over to the demon spawn, if we go and we grab Prince Kymar. Prince Kymar is a very, very good unit because he fully reset all of your champion's skills except for his, which is really good. Then we go over to Shadowkin and you can see units like Yumeko, who is incredibly strong, one of the best champions in the whole game, reduces ally skill cooldowns by 3 turns, which is obviously ridiculously good. And the issue with those champions is they're very hard to get. And this isn't really a thing that a lot of champions have in this game. You know, I'm sure there's like 1 or 2 rares or epics that do it, but not like insanely well. But Donatello's a free legendary that not only does this, but also does increase speed and his A3, which is a full cleanse on a 3-turn cooldown with continuous heal, strengthen, both big versions, on all allies for 2 turns, and a turn meter fill all in one single champion. That is really, really good. So not only does he heal and activate continuous heals, we also have strengthen to reduce damage taken, continuous heals being placed, which will detonate later, and then he also has a cooldown reducing ability with an increased speed. This champion is really solid. Going over to the passive, we have 2 things. Number 1 is whenever Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, or Raphael attacks, this champion joins in on that attack, and obviously we're getting 1 for free if you happen to pull some other of those. you're gonna get a lot of counterattacking. The whole shtick with these Ninja Turtles is that they love to attack together. So you're gonna get that a ton. And then we also have the active effect every 4 turns when skilled. Whenever an ally is about to receive a fatal hit, about to die, this champion prevents that ally's death with keeping them alive on 1 HP, then equalizes the HP, and the HP level of the ally will be brought up to the average HP level of the team. There could be anything between basically no heals all the way up to full HP, and if there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, only one will activate. This is insane. So once again, turn meter is one of the most important things in the game. Speed is one of the most important things in the game. Skill cooldown reducing is super, super important. Healing is very valuable, and keeping people alive is very valuable. This is a support champion that does all of that, right? Donatello, in my opinion, is a must fuse. Now, obviously, this is going to depend on the caliber of account you have, because there are obviously a lot of different supports that are considered to be better. For example, like I said earlier, cooldown reducing, if you have Kaimar, if you have something like a, not Shizen, sorry, a Yumeko, you know, if you have something like a, I think Crixia does it, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Crixia also resets certain cooldowns, decreases the cooldown of all ally skills, as you can see. If you have one of those, you might get a little bit less value from that ability. And then maybe if you have a turn meter booster that does increase speed and turn meter increase, and then you also have a couple other champions, you're going to get all of the things that he does. It's not like everything he does is mutually exclusive. The reason why I think Donatello is so good is, despite not being the best at any one thing, like keeping people alive, like buffing, like turn meter increase, like cooldown reduction, the reason why Donatello seems super good to me is because he has it all together in one kit. Keeping people alive on 1 HP, increasing the turn meters, continuous heal strengthen, detonating the continuous heal and healing, and increase speed. And the best part is he doesn't even take that many books. He takes 11, which is a lot, but he's a unit that you have to skill 4. And I think he's going to be a very, very important unit for a lot of people, especially for me, because support is the best and the most important class in this game for a lot of content. Obviously, you need DPS. You need a main carry for damage, but there are a lot of options for damage. There's Royal Guards, there's Cold Hearts, there's whatever legendaries you pull, but getting good supports is how you enable that damage to be dealt. Getting a Pythion, getting a Donatello, getting all of those things, if you don't have enough support, is going to help you so much long term. And of course, you have Teox, you should always be going for Lizardman like me, so I will be going for him. Anyways, Donatello really, really surprised me when I read his kit. I think he's really, really good. And we also have a lot of other good champions here as well. Pretty excited to get Mikey completely for free, and then maybe I'll be able to pull the other ones. It's unlikely if you know anything about the rates in this game, but you know, it's a cool event and I'm very excited and we'll be grinding. So let me know what you guys are doing, if you guys are pulling, if you guys are going for him, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one. That's signing out.